little pauses to me, man, that shit sounds so incredible to me. I want to get back to the song. This shit is nasty.
I'm gonna start this back from
Nasty.
the beginning. Charismatic frontman can do a lot.
Yeah, boy.
Can do a lot for a band. They can make a band and kill a band.
Nasty though.
That
is
no
nasty.
wrong to me.
That is nasty.
The riffs and my man Peter Steele's voice.
Really, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me, guys. So, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. And it's never mind. Keep it going, George. just keep it going. Check us out on Patreon, guys, where we give you our exclusive access to all of our videos, 186 videos and counting.
Bangers too, though. Bangers. You know, nothing too shabby. I mean, I don't know, like a Led Zeppelin marathon. We got Metallica on there, some Megadeth stuff. You know, I'm just saying, just throwing that out there, man.
What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's shaking, guys? How y'all living out there? Shout out to the free thinkers and everybody out there rocking with the channel.
And as always, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Make sure it's set to all so you get all our videos as they drop. Up and coming artists, you know what to do, man. You should by now. Make sure you check out the information down below, man. We can do a full song, or if you want to be placed in the front of one of our up and coming videos, we'll do about 60 seconds of your song. Either way, man, information will be down below. We'll get you hooked up. All right, man, so we are getting to Candlebox, getting back to Candlebox, man. We're doing Change today, man. Shout out to everybody on Patreon and Discord. If you're not part of those platforms, make sure you check it out so you can be part of those conversations and get exclusive access to all our content. Make sure you check that out. All of the information will be in the description below as well.
Okay, Candlebox, Far Behind is a song we did before, and we did that back in 2022. And I remember liking that song. You know what I'm saying? I like, from what I understand, Candlebox is more in that Seattle grunge scene. I know you guys hate the word grunge, but that Seattle alternative scene back in the 90s. And from what I remember, we did like that song. So how did we get to this song? So we went into the top reaction submission thread. So for those of you who don't know, the top reaction submission thread it's basically if you have a song that you want us to do, it's your #1 song, right? Your ideal song for Las Vegas to react to, you would submit your request in this thread, and that's where we got this suggestion from. Daddy Nugs.
Daddy Nugs.
Daddy Nugs, man. Shout out to Daddy Nugs. That's a name I'm not exactly familiar with, but shout out to you, brother. So I don't know if you knew or you changed your name, but shout out to you. So we're doing Candlebox Change from Daddy Nugs' suggestion. And obviously we have a couple questions here in that thread. Why did you choose this song? And Daddy Nugs said this song is everything they look for in a reaction. Okay. And then 4, based on previous reactions, how do you think George and Ryan will react to your request? I believe this song will be playlist, staylist. All right.
Let's get it.
Let's get to it, man. And I think I recognize that this is off that same Candlebox album that came out in what, 1993? Yeah, it looks like the same cover as Far Behind is on as well, right? Is Far Behind in that album? You see Far Behind?
Yep, right there.
Okay,
Yep,
so same album
right,
from
Yep.
that Far Behind was on, that 1993 album, what, Love Stories and Other Musings? Maybe that was their pinnacle album. I'm not quite sure. So let's get into it though, man. Getting back to Candle, I was about to say Candlemax.
Yeah.
To Candlebox Change.
As I stand here, I ponder greater things. You're no longer a part of your love's dreams. So much for you, complication. So much for you, constant desperation. What's to come? It's all been written. It's under, yeah. I feel the changes. The change gonna come. I said I'm ready, yeah. So I know, and you know I feel the changes. The change is gonna give.
Hey, that's
As I sit here, I'll tell
Daddy
you.
Nugs. Daddy Nugs. It ain't nothing new. at least from this era, nothing new. Not not dated. It's not. I wouldn't call it necessarily unique from this era. It sounds like like a lot of grunge music from the era. I love that shit though. Like that soft, loud contrast that we say that I don't know the Pixies may have invented, that Nirvana then made popularized. That was popularized by Nirvana. I get it. I know I get it. But that shit just sounds so good. It just always like grunge shit. Almost always like grunge songs that have those types of elements, man. Yeah, Daddy Nugs, you on it, bro.
Yeah. I don't have much to add to that, man. I just think it sounds good. And I just don't know, man. I know George and I have this conversation off camera a lot about being creative and coming up with new music and stuff like that. But man, I don't know if I think I don't want to say that I don't like new sounds, because that's not true. But I like what I like, and I think
what I like.
Yeah.
That's old school, right?
Yeah,
I like what
I like. When you say things twice, what I mean, it's a series. It is what it is. What I'm saying? Even though you shouldn't say that, because that's not defining. You can't define a word with the same word, but you get it though, right? You know what I'm saying? I just like what I like, man. And I think certain sounds just speak to me, and certain music just sounds good to me, man. And sometimes I don't want to change. I don't want, like AC/DC. No, don't change shit. Stay right there. I love what that sounds like. You don't need to change a motherfucking thing for nobody. Yep. And I know some people but I feel like people don't know what they want, man. Because people say, well, it's the same old. I want something different. Then somebody does something different, then they don't like that either.
Yep.
So
we had that conversation in the AC/DC video. Yep.
So
shit.
I mean, what do you want from people, man? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I think if you've got something that works and a sound that works for you, ride that bitch till the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why change it? So I love the way this sounds. Love that transition. How I love that. You know what I'm saying? How you bring the intenseness of the music, and then it comes right back into the verse and brings it back down and just smooths it out. I think that sounds so good with rock and metal music, man. I love the way that sounds all the time. Well, I don't want to say all the time, but most of the time.
yeah. Not all the time, but that shit.
Yeah.
It's got the batting average is high though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really trying to nail what grunge feels like to me. It just feels like it's just something about the way those chords sounded during this time. Yep. It's just a beauty to it that I can't quite describe, and I just think it encapsulates early 90s, that feel. I'm gonna think about that a little bit more, but it just does something to me. You know what I'm saying? With even his vocals, like I wouldn't say traditionally he's an amazing singer, but that style of singing, and I see you, like there's something about that. And then he's, again, same thing with Lane and Alice in Chains and Nirvana. They hit those soaring, hardcore vocals in the chorus, and it just emotionally does something for you, man. It's just it was a really good time in music for me, man. And again, maybe it's nostalgia because that was just my era, but I love the way this sounds, man. Shout out to Daddy Nugs, though.
Yeah, boy.
As I sit
Every
here,
time.
I'll tell you greater things. You're no longer a part of someone else's dreams. So much for you.
Hey,
Become an installation.
I like how he sped it up a little bit.
I like how he's singing it, too.
Yeah.
I do, like.
Constant fabrication for what's to come. It's all been written down. I said for what's to come your way. It's all been written. I feel the changes. The change gonna come. I said I feel so alive. And I feel the changes. The change I said a change gonna give.
You gonna get a solo? Yeah.
Keep on down, keep on down, keep on down, keep on down. Sit on, keep on my time. Run up, yeah. Keep on down, keep on down, keep on down, keep on down. Sit on, keep on my time now. Run around, yeah. Run around, yeah. But you gotta keep on keeping on.
That's a good stopping part right there. They killing
That
this
was crazy.
shit.
That was
They are
crazy.
destroying this. So I'm gonna go ahead and make an announcement right now. All requests go through Daddy Nugs from
Daddy
now on.
Yep.
We're gonna go ahead and hire you, Daddy Nugs. So you're gonna screen all the requests. So you're like, yep, nope, yep, nope, yep. You would knock this shit out the park.
This is crazy.
You killed
And he was
this.
confident too. No, this is not just playlist.
Yeah.
No, staylist.
Yeah.
That's
This-
what he
this
said.
is off the chain.
Playlist is one thing.
It's off the chain.
Playlist, you can get up out of here in one day off a playlist, but a staylist?
Yeah, this is
this is playlist
Yeah,
staylist.
man.
No, I'm
Yeah.
dead serious.
Yeah, Daddy Nugs, you killed that.
Bruh, you
killed
dropping
it.
them nuggets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I'm saying?
My goodness, man. I absolutely love everything about this song, man. It's dope. I love the way it sounds in the actual verses. Love the couple. It sounded like it was a couple solos in there that we just came out of.
Breakdown
and I thought the
solos,
song
yeah.
was over. That's what I told George before we stopped it. I was all that's sitting there because they could have stopped it right there, and I'd have been like, yeah, that was hard. But now they slowed it back down again, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know what else there is to do on it.
Yeah.
You can just let this play out.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, you
like
know what I'm saying?
as is. You know what I mean? They can let this standard doom,
Yeah.
like, with the melodic chords. They
Yep.
can let this carry the song
Yep.
out. We're at 4:36. It's about a 6-minute and 24-second song. Yeah, I'm cool with that. And I guess the reason I love grunge so much is that I feel like you get this sort of this adrenaline high, right, in the parts of the song where the chorus comes in and you hear his voice going off and yeah, right, and then you get this emotional high when it's in the soft melodic parts, right? And I just feel like you don't always get that combination. You know what I'm saying? With songs, either it's just really high and very intense the entire song, or it's just or it's just so, laid back or whatever the case may be. It almost feels like a ballad to you.
Yeah.
So, both those boxes aren't always checked. And I think grunge does a good job of making you feel like I can rock out, but still it can be calm, cool, and smooth and suave and all that stuff. Well, I can get both of those checked. And that's why grunge was so popular, man. It satisfies, like, men can listen to this, I feel like, and get that rock.
Yep.
Women can listen to this and still feel an emotional connection to it.
Right.
And men can feel an emotional connection to it as well. It just feels like it has that edge, but it's still smooth enough to be rocked and enjoyed. I really love that. But his voice sounds good. He did that in Far Behind. I'm gonna play a little bit of Far Behind to kind of jog our memory after the song is over. But he was going off vocally. I said, baby, baby. I think that's the song, right? Yeah, let's keep it going. Love this song.
That like the ending right there.
But
So now, you feel that changing?
I love that song. Them chords in the back.
You feel that changing? Come on.
just sets the mood.
It does. It does.
No, as I lay here, wanna fall asleep. No longer a body on TV screen. No,
Yeah, he's bodying the way he's singing this too.
body on
man.
TV dreams. And I said so much for you, so much for you. Your complication, so much for you. Constant desperation, thoughts to kill. It's all been returned down. It's under, yeah. I feel the changes. I see it's gonna come. I said I'm ready, so right now. And you know I feel the changes. The change is gonna give. Do you feel the changes going down? Do you feel the changes going down? Do you feel the
Anchor kept that rocking out.
song is
kept that rocking the fuck fire. Fire. Hot like fire. Hot lava. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, Candlebox, man. I was telling Ryan, man, you know what? I think I might keep that to myself. I don't want to break
You
some
don't
hearts.
want to do that, huh?
I might break some hearts with what I want to say about where Candlebox is in comparison. But we only heard 2 songs from them, so I'm going to reserve judgment, though. You know what I'm saying? But this makes me want to go listen to that whole album.
Yeah.
Because Far Behind, I'm going to play a little bit of Far Behind just to jog our memory.
Goodness.
Yep. Yeah, this is the one he's like, I said,
now maybe did I mean to treat you bad, yeah, but I did anyway. And then maybe some say life was sad, yeah, but you lived it anyway. And so maybe,
it goes crazy in the chorus.
yeah, here you're coming home, and then some. Did I mean to
Yeah. This one.
No, changes the shit.
Change is the one.
Yeah.
But this is good though.
Yeah,
like
it
I
is.
remember us liking Far Behind, but Change is a different level.
Yeah, it is.
But it's the same sort of, it's the same sort of format though, right? Like they give you these soft melodic chords, and I know that that's typical for alternative metal during this time. But not everybody always pulls that off the right way. But yeah, they give you these soft melodic chords. They tap into a certain emotion with the softness, and then they tap into another emotion with the energy.
Yeah.
And the melodic chords that they choose, and again, this is just, again, for that time, those chords are always beautiful, and then you get that energy in that chorus. You know, every time that Alice in Chains had those soaring choruses and went soft to the soaring choruses, not every time actually, because they had some shit that just rocked out, was crazy.
Yeah.
But them soaring choruses were always like, yeah, this is crazy.
Yep.
This is amazing. That was a beautiful time, I'm telling you, man. They were in such a great
Yeah.
mode. I understand that this may be for you guys because you guys, certain people did things first and all that, and you guys are like really just niche, snobs with this. But for people who just did not listen to this constantly all day, every day, and knew the history of all the bands, and you can just come in with fresh ears and hear it. Dude, that Change was a great song. Far Behind's a great. These are just great songs, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I may feel a little bit differently about this band had I came in and, from the perspective of you guys, like, yeah, he was good. Like, I'm trying to think of rappers that I'm like, yeah, he was good, but he was basically a carbon copy of this guy.
Yeah.
And that happens with me. So I'm acknowledging that I can understand where you guys are coming from, but that's just not my experience with rock. So we're coming in fresh ears. Like, I don't know who started what. I just know this shit sounds good.
Yep.
They, dope band, and I'm really looking forward to maybe listening to this whole album.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
It's been a little bit since I'm like, I want to listen to an album. Shout out to Daddy Nugs and them. for this one, that's Stateless Playlist. You were
Yeah, man.
absolutely right.
My God.
Yeah, make sure y'all submit y'all requests in that top reaction thread, man. So yeah, this was a success though, man.
Yeah, man.
And that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Make sure you guys check us out on Patreon and Discord. Discord is where we got this reaction from. So joining Discord, that's just pretty much where we hang out most of the time now, man, and where we get a lot of our requests from. It's where you can connect with us and the community. The information for that will be in the description. I'm George. That's Ryan. Lost in Vegas. We out.